Good evening, Chainsaw Man fans. It is Mr. Twitchy, the night portion of Mugen Eclipse. Welcome to another volume read-through for Chainsaw Man, the manga. Yes, that sounds like a book or an adaptation of a book, but I digress. As you may have noticed, I am by my lonesome tonight, so I'm going to have a solo dolo stream. Unfortunately, Vante is still taking care of some family issues, so keep him in your thoughts. But with that being said, I have decided to extend tonight's stream. So instead of just the first part of the volume 8, I will be reading the entirety of volume 8 tonight. So hopefully you guys are excited for that. Last volume was absolute insanity. Guangxi is a problem. Santa Claus is a different kind of problem. We had 2 of the 3 brothers get knocked off already, and then we have the ill devil hunter or assassin that is also trying to make her way to Denji's heart. I don't know how I feel about her. Of the 4, that's probably the weakest plot line for me so far. I'm willing to give it its due, though, in terms of getting better. But right now, it's not doing anything for me. Obviously, you can see from our thumbnails that I predict what type of fight will be had in this volume. Zeliax, welcome. And I don't know. I sort of got spoiled on Guangxi's design, but also, I didn't look at it too closely, so it should be fine. It looks like some porcupine type of deal or whatever. I digress. But if you guys do enjoy tonight's stream, my one ask of you is that you like the video. If you feel like sharing some comment in the live stream comment section, feel free to do so as well. I will... well, I am reading on my laptop and then also streaming from my laptop. So I'm not going to be able to see your comments while I'm reading. However, in between the chapters, that's when we can talk a little bit more freely. All right, and anything else I want to talk about from last volume? We had a pretty great discussion. It was another 3-hour-long stream. I don't know if I'll be able to do a 3-hour-long stream by my lonesome tonight, but hopefully you guys can participate in the chat. So let me go ahead and change the music, and we'll get into the first chapter of tonight, chapter 62. All right, let's do it. Makima is listening, chapter 62, Super Mess. Oh, I love how the kanji are coming out of the screen. That's how hard she kicked Kishibe. Alright, he pulls out a knife. She catches it? That is crazy. She's on top of the table as he does a leg swing. She catches it and throws him backwards. My man is getting ragdolled. Through the building? Oh my god, he was able to put his knife in the wall to somewhat slow down his fall, but he still falls on top of a car. Alright, one of the Public Safety Commission shoots at one of the fiends. And then I think he's trying to shoot at Guangxi. Oh my god! Katon! Madara style. She just shoots a flame ball. Alright. Dude goes to the side, John Wick style. Shoots again. She blocks it again in the same spot. Perk. Smash. Ah. Oh my god, the same move? I mean, fall damage is fall damage. That dude is probably... Oh, he's not dead. Here come the dolls. Violence theme. Decapitation. You all good over there, Kobani? That was her car? Oh, Kobani. I'm so sorry, baby girl. My car. Stay back or I'll kill her. Oh yeah, and let Denji go. Damn it. Could you let the girl go for me, sweetheart? I don't want to have to fight you. You cheater. Here comes the shark fiend. Beam! Head the butto. Right in the back. Alright, Denji's up. Dash. Ugh. He looks back. Don't touch Lord Chainsaw. You're filthy. That chick's freaking monstrous. We're gonna run for it, Beam. Monster. You damn monster. Quan Chi. Mind if I get a rematch? Hand to hand, cut the koi. Alright, throwing some jabs. Kick, bob, weave. Oh, this choreography is crazy. Alright, that kick of hers is deadly, though. Right through his guarded arms. He gets her own lick in. She pulls some blood out. She jumps back. A direct hit from you would kill me. Your strength isn't human, is it? As Beam and Denji are running away. Hey, should I bust out the chainsaws just in case? Lord Chainsaw, save your blood! Ah, yeah. Come on, you klutz. Oh, the nails. 0. Yikes, I stepped on a nail. Whoa, Lord Chainsaw? Huh? I think something's got me. You, floating. Amazing. I can't move. What the? My body's moving into a crucifix position. Ah, the curse devil. Alrighty. That is a wild page on page 18, can I just say. It was crazy when Aki used that against Katana Man, but this is just something else entirely. Kick to the face. And that's the last of this chapter. Alrighty then. Let me quickly switch over the music so I can think while I talk. Alright, action-packed first chapter of the volume. One of the fiends under Quan Chi's command is a firebender? Fire breather is more accurate. I wonder what her fiend could be. Maybe... I don't think it would be fire, as, you know, no duh type of answer that would be. I just don't see it. I'm surprised that guy survived dropping out of the building, though, right onto Kobeni's car. I feel like we're pretty high up. Sorry, I'm just reading through the chapter again really quickly. Yeah, I think whatever this guy's name is, I forget his name, the taco contract user, he said a direct hit from you would kill me. Your strength isn't human, is it? I feel like they also made a similar analogy to Denji when he threw the car. So if I hadn't been spoiled on the volume cover, that would have been my first indication that she was a hybrid devil, just like Denji. But that guy playing dead on the ground amongst the corpses was nasty work. And I also wonder if there's any lasting damage from the curse crucifying Denji. He does not look to be in a good position, but also he's came back from the dead in a pseudo style with Pochita. So who's to say? What's up, Gav? No, Kobani's car has not won the popularity poll ranking as of yet. Dragon Devil. I would like that. Like a fire newt type of thing. All right, relatively straightforward. I will get into chapter 63 now, and I will change back the music. Chapter 63, Trip to Hell. Oh, maybe he was killed. Clap, clap, clap. You did it, Tolka. Master. You completed the job I assigned to you. You've become a full-fledged devil hunter. Master, can we talk later? Let's hurry up and move him. Master, there's no need to move that body. You always followed my instructions diligently. There were times when I was hard on you, but it was all for your own good. I don't understand. You're part of the family now, too. I feel like she's about to betray him. Like, maybe take over Denji's body, or maybe his body? Tolka, I'll tell you the secret to making a sophisticated doll. Take the human you'll turn into a doll and add emotions only humans have. Adoration, worship, pity, and the secret ingredient, guilt. Oh my god, does she have a contract with the doll? Or is this Santa Claus finally making his move? It's finished. Oh no, she changed him into Santa Claus. Aki wakes up. Hey, wait! Oh my god, she threw him out that is her go-to move, apparently. Just throwing people out of buildings. Octopus! Woo! Nice catch. Shout out to Emma from Promise Neverland. You guys, next. She's a monster. What is this future? Bye-bye, Grandpa. Is she saying that in a literal sense or a metaphorical sense? Because people in Japan also call like Ji-chan or Obasan. Alright, develops the, let's call it a blade hand. Stabs right through the chest. I offer my heart and my beloved children. In exchange, hell, devil, please call all living things in this department store to hell. What is happening? Page 13 is beautiful in a very dark sense. You have the finger going over 3 of the boys. And I'm assuming this is Tolka's master here on the left. Oh, no. Was that the 4 children that Santa Claus needed? I'm a little confused. You guys might have to explain this to me if it's not explained in a further chapter. I'll keep going. Page 14. Ugh. What's going on? What the? It's dark. What the hell is this? Huh? What? What in the... Have a good trip, Tolka. What am I looking at? got ants crawling across this hand. They're now in hell. Oh my god. This is both unsettling and maybe not as disturbing as I would have envisioned hell, but Fujimoto is a twisted SOB, so you know. Alright, before I go and look at the chat, let me quickly reread this to make sure I'm not misinterpreting this. Okay, so to make the sophisticated doll, you have to add emotions that only humans have. I guess another interpretation of page 6 is that both Santa Claus and now Tolka are dolls under her command, and they are both doing her bidding. But for you to get Santa Claus under your domain, that is such a feat for whoever she is. I don't know her name, but that's a different interpretation than I had initially while I was reading. Yeah, and Aki's freaking out, obviously, because he sees a couple seconds ahead. Okay, so she walks out of the department store. I think Santa Claus walked in, so that might actually be her grandfather, who was a doll. Okay, and the 3 sacrifices that Santa Claus asked for in Germany, they were all taken to hell, or I guess offered up on the altar. Let me try to enunciate. Oh yeah, so she's sitting on a doll, so she's the real puppeteer here. Sorry, I had to read through that again. This is crazy. Like, whose hand is that too? Oh my god, they are all in hell, and like Guangxi's in hell now? Alright, let me look at the chat. I see 11 comments, so thank you guys for interacting. Let's go back. Ooga Booga, welcome to the stream. Yeah, unfortunately, it's just myself tonight. Vante had a family emergency to attend to. Let me change back the music so I can talk and think at the same time. He had a family emergency, so he's not going to be here tonight. But if you guys subscribe to the channel, you will see his reaction in a video format sometime later this week. He's hoping by about Saturday or Sunday he'll get that up. Good point, Pug, and welcome. So the Katana Man came back to life. Hybrid should stay alive, even with the Cursed Devil acting on them. Okay, Yoshida, that's his name. Turn him into the next Santa Claus. That is diabolical. Welcome, Double BB. Yeah, lots of doors. I didn't even touch on that because I had everything else going on in the chapter. Could be like what Pochita was saying. I think Denji will find his door. And speaking from them being in the reality that we know, I'll call it Earth for sake of simplicity, Pochita was likely telling Denji not to open the door, or otherwise he would go to hell. Not like go to hell, but you know what I mean. Go to hell. So is there a way for all people to go to hell where the devils are? Or are the humans here, they're not supposed to be here? Are they going to get outclassed? What happens with the devil contracts if you're in hell and your devil is back in the real world? Welcome, Asura Swiper. Asura. Yeah, of course, Kishibe isn't there. He would have put in work in hell. Oh, 6 fingers for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did miss that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Well, I guess we're going to find out if humans go to hell or not. So, remember... I say remember like you guys were in my brain. I'm telling myself to remember. Back when our favorite girl, Himeno, was taken away by the ghost devil, they had such an obscure type of ED for that episode. And that episode showed her getting like choked out. And I was thinking to myself, we never saw that in the mainline series. So I'm thinking, 1, that could be her backstory, but 2, that also means we will get to see her once more in the mainline series. So if because the ghost devil took her parts, I'm wondering if Himeno is going to be in hell, kind of like a pseudo placement for what the ghost devil would have been. Monsters Inc. That's a good one. All right, Hood Magic. Yeah, all these questions. I ask a lot of questions, guys. That's just kind of my stream of consciousness reading process for this whole thing. The art gav was insane. And not to throw any shade on the double spread of 16 and 17, because I love that double spread. But it is a bit simplistic. Now, when you turn the page, obviously, the double spread of 18 and 19 could not be more detailed. And I'm just thinking to myself, Fujimoto in the same chapter has what I would call minimalistic art and also super detailed art as well. My only question is Tolka's master, the puppeteer S, is she really sick? I want to say yes. All right, really quickly before I get into the next chapter, is Tolka now Santa Claus? Was he the doll that pierced himself? Or is that a spoiler to know? Because we have seen multiple different humans with contracts of the same devil. So theoretically, Tolka's master could have a contract with the doll devil just like Santa Claus. Or she could be the mastermind behind everything. I don't know. Either way. He is a doll. Okay. Not the same ones. Okay, that's what the confirmation I was looking for. Thank you, Pug. Oh man, it's quite the group of characters we got here. I don't know who's gonna come back from hell. I would assume Denji would, but it's also like, I don't know. I honestly don't know. So I'm just gonna get into the next chapter. All right, we're in hell. Chapter 64. Welcome to hell. Fingers just there. Where are we? Huh? It's Hayakawa's group. Huh? Denji? Damn it, what the hell happened to you? Vroom. Ow! Damn! Ah! He isn't turning into Chainsaw Man fully. Must not have enough blood. Temporary truce. Something's wrong with the fiends. Why? Why are we here? Oh my god, Power's just sweating. Normally she's the loudest one and she's not saying a damn word. Feels bad. Feels bad. Feels bad. What's wrong, Violence? Angel, do you know what this place is? Angel is sweating. We're finished. This is hell. It's hell's scent. It's hard to believe, but we've been cast into hell by a devil's power. Gah, it hurts. Long. Ping Shi. Is there a way to escape from here? Lady Guangxi. I feel like I'm going to lose my mind. We're being watched. We're being watched by a dangerous devil. Far beyond here, devils far more dangerous than some gun devil. The devils with the names of the primal fears are watching us. They're the transcendent. Devils who have never once experienced death. The very instant we draw their hostility, we'll die. Lady Guangxi, permission to kill myself? Bucka! I'll get us out of this somehow. It's already over. We're doomed. We're doomed. It's coming. It's on its way. It's here. One of the doors starts to open. The Darkness Devil. Splick. The astronaut! No! We finally see it! Oh my goodness, the Darkness Devil? Yeah, there is something about space, guys, absolutely horrifying. So, the darkness of space is not to go underestimated in the slightest. This thing is so creepy, though. It looks like a praying mantis in the background. Like it's got antennae or something. Oh my lord. Latom. Ghetto. And I love the way the backgrounds just subtly change. Oh, dear God, they've all been delimbed. What fresh hell is this? That might be Vante's stream title or video title. I am shocked the way that the double spread of 12 and 13. This is sending chills down my spine. Oh, it's like a cape? I don't know what it is I'm looking at. I have not been spoiled on this. I saw the astronaut panel, obviously, but I don't think I ever saw the Darkness Devil behind it or in the background. My arms. My arms. Huh? Usoda. I am the Doll Devil. I've brought you Chainsaw's heart as per the contract. Please give me the power to kill Makima? What is happening? What? What the hell are you talking about? 3 to use for contracts, 1 for pleasure. I'll arrange it. Makima kann dich hören. Der Tag des Untergangs ist nahe. Tote Makima. A piece of the darkness devil's flesh, and she eats it. This is insane. Devils who have never been killed, so they've been in hell all this time? I kind of feel like I shouldn't change the background music. This is how I'm feeling on the inside. Oh, that's Aki getting choked out? Alright, I'm sorry, guys. I have to change it back. I really thought that was... I'll have to go back and look at that, but you're saying that's Aki getting choked out. Yeah, they really set the mood when they said, does not even begin to compare to the Gun Devil. I would argue right now, outside of Makima, whatever Makima is, if she's a devil, if she's got a contract with the devil, if she's an angel, a god, whatever, the Gun Devil is probably one of the strongest in the verse, if not the strongest in the verse. And when that one fiend is like, permission to kill myself, that would almost be the preferred option. I mean, not to speak for everyone, I think there is a certain sect of people that would rather take their own lives than live without limbs. And it might sound dark. No, that's not a pun, but that could be what you're faced with. Yeah, Gav, like season 2 alone, with just this one chapter. I mean, I've loved Guangxi since she was introduced, but just this one chapter is going to make Chainsaw Man the cult phenomenon that I know the manga is. Now, I've heard some somewhat disparaging things about part 2, and I got another spoiler for part 2 today. Boom. But I really don't see like how it can fall off that much. And I thought those were tombstones that the astronauts were praying to. No, it's like their bottom halves that got ripped off. And I could honestly see astronauts having the biggest fear of darkness. In the abyss that is space, no. Nope. The coldness of space, the darkness of space, the vastness of space. I love thinking about space, and I really, in college, I was deciding between like astrophysics and what I ended up choosing as my major. All right, I'm still scrolling through the chat. Give me a sec. Primal fear is a fear that you're born with, something that you are instinctively afraid as a living being. Double BB, so that might be what Vontae and I were talking about. So fire, heights, drowning, death, I can all see those being primal devils. All right, I did look at the spelling. ASCII MIL lambda? It's an X. I'm like getting farther away from the screen so I can try to read this. I don't know. I feel like that's Latin, maybe. What does that say with the limbs, or what's the theory? Pug, we'll get there eventually. Again, I keep getting these random spoilers on Twitter. And it's good to have people come through for our catch-up streams for Chainsaw Man, but sometimes at the downside or detriment to streaming on the same day a new chapter comes out, because, you know, since I post about this stream on Twitter, I'll get to see some recommended tweets. The number of people that have died in space. Oh, is that accurate? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I would have thought it would have been more than that. I don't know. Maybe I'm also thinking of the space shuttles that have exploded in the atmosphere, but technically that wouldn't be space. Alright, Zeliax, fair enough. I've just heard some rumblings about part 2. They don't like it as much as part 1, but I'm willing to give Fujimoto the time to cook, especially with what someone else said about the banger of a chapter today. Pug, I'm sure you know this, but on the off chance that you don't or anyone else doesn't, his author comment about the goldfish, to this day, Vante and I make fun of him for that. This man is twisted. He is demented. He should not be around children. I'll say that. It's a Santa Claus 1-for-1 situation. Not to put that on Fujimoto's name, but sheesh. Makima. Okay. That's what it spells out. M-A-K-I-M-A. Okay. Well, okay, so that just opens up another whole can of worms. If Makima is truly the... let's just call her the ruler of the primal fears. I don't know how anyone can even begin to fathom the possibility of killing her. It just makes no effing sense, truly. God, this thing is so gross. It's like legs, but no, those are torsos that turns into legs, and then it's pieced together like a weird spore creature. Shout out to you guys if you ever played Spore or watched any videos on it. I see what you mean, Double BB, but like, I don't know. I feel like fire... While it is true that they say, like, toddlers, they have to get burned before they learn the fear of fire, I don't know. That's something that when you start to develop your consciousness, that I feel like that's a primal fear. Okay. Blood Magic. So, yeah, I mean, we're gonna binge most of it anyway. Or at least binge it until we can't any longer, so... See no evil, hear no evil, say no evil. Alright. Speak no evil, sorry. Oh my god, I'm glad you guys got my reaction on screen, but I cannot wait until this weekend when Vante reacts to this chapter. He even took Denji's arms. And the crown jewel, last thing I'll say in this chapter, is the fact that Kobani is here, and we all know she is probably the most scared person in the verse, at least that we've seen. You know, she being here, she's not freaking out as much as I thought she would be. Does that make sense? Like, she's relatively calm. Maybe it's the whole ignorance is bliss conversation about Denji, Reize, and the like. Like, she truly does not know what's happening. She is just in shock. Oh my god. Okay. It'll be whatever day, Gav, that he is able to edit that up. Like I said, he's still dealing with some personal stuff, so I had to take over for him tonight. Yeah, honestly, I can see this being one of the top devil designs in the whole series. Alright, guys, let's get into the next chapter, if my heart will allow it and it doesn't go out. Alright, chapter 65. You're gonna kill Makima? Chapter 65, The Darkness Devil. Takes off Tolka's head. Alright, that one dude in the back is making a transmutation circle. I think he was noticed, though. Did this guy just reverse Shinra Tensei, the Stone Devil, out of this man? I think so. Oh my god, cracks it and it cracks him! Kobani, take off my mask and hide. What? Alright, best boy, beam! Lord Chainsaw, please revive and grant our wish. Bruh, beam, don't be dead. I hope he can get revived. Uh-huh. Okay, like, page 7. Power to everyone putting up a fight. I think there's a certain part of me that wants to think when faced with this type of situation, like, I would buck up. But there's also an equally likely possibility that I freeze up or I try to run. You never truly know, unless you're in that scenario, what you would do, like a life and death type of thing. But this almost goes beyond life and death. Because this Darkness Devil is doing some mutilization. It's like he's carving out kanji in Power's body. That is insane. Kwangshi gets eviscerated. Whatever that fire-spitting fiend was. I don't think that was who's ever upside down in the upper left-hand part of that spread. I just need to take a second to breathe and also to recognize how the background, it looks like fog. And there's something about not knowing what lies beyond the fog or even in the fog that leads me to think of whatever the Darkness Devil represents. It's the fear of the unknown, really. Oh my god. Alright, mask is off. Is that a Rai? It kinda looks like a Rai. But the fiend does have 4 eyeballs, so I don't know. What the fuck? What are you... What audible sound are you making? I'm not even going to say you're saying anything. What audible sound are you making? Some incantation from beyond the metaverse. Oh my god, turns this guy to Swiss cheese. Oh, my brain, it hurts. If that was a Rai, R.I.P., my man did not deserve all that. Denji goes after him. Punches. Whoa, that's unique. All of the... Wait a second. What am I looking at here? And also, why is Denji not being chopped up like the Jack LaLanne juicer? Alright, Power's knocked out. Aki's looking over. He's looking at Himeno and, you know, not again. Oh my god, now he gets twisted up. Oh, the violence fiend. A hand out of his mouth. What is that sword? That is so cool. Ching. I'm kind of speechless, guys. This is almost indescribable. Cheery music. I'm sweating. If you guys didn't notice, I know the camera is closer on me since it's just me today. Okay, Asura. Yeah, I get it. It's just, I don't know, maybe I had a different impression of fire and what that meant. Yeah, you guys really get me. Like, I'm sure you guys have seen multiple manga reactors react to these, or even the own emotions that you had yourself while reading this. I'm sure a few of you were jumping up in your seat, or, you know, just kind of trying not to scream on the bus while you're reading this on your phone. Bro, this chapter is also jam-packed. My God. And again, I'm also nervous because, yes, I'm seeing them get eviscerated, but what's worse? Like, them getting reincarnated only to go over through this fresh hell in our world? Like, is our world even going to be the world that they go to? Is it like a multiverse to where they go behind any number of doors and it's like a different universe behind each one? Or is that a door from the real world to a point in hell? So it's kind of like a 3D grid around the world, and depending on where you die, how you die, you go through a different door. Beam's best boy, though. My God. And what is our wish? Grant our wish. I could also see this being somewhat similar to the Grimmjow storyline from Bleach. And guys, Grimmjow is one of my Mount Rushmore of Bleach characters. How he came from nothing to make something of himself, only to get put down, come back, you know. It's the whole underdog story. I could see when Beam says make our wish come true, that maybe the Chainsaw Devil was one of the weaker devils. Maybe the Shark Devil was one of the weaker devils. And they tried to make a pact of the multiple ants teaming up against one elephant. I could be looking too far into that, or it could be really subtle writing from Fujimoto, which I honestly could see from him. That is a logical explanation for why Beam reveres Chainsaw Man so much. God, this thing is just omniciding these guys and gals. Like the way that perfect holes are cut out of the violence fiend. It's uncomfortable to look at. Oh, did Denji step off of his back? I think he did. The bottom of page 12. So he used that distraction or that sacrifice to get in a good hit. But I also wonder why he's not able to transform into the full Chainsaw Man that we're used to seeing. And then finally, you know, Aki's just got to go through more pain. Shout out to Reiner from AOT. I feel like Aki is very Reiner coded. I'm tired, guys. This is a lot. Oh, my Lord. Yeah, Pug, exactly. If this is the final send-off that we have for a lot of these characters, like RIP to Guangxi, she had that whole conversation with Kishibe, and if she would have agreed, we would not be in this position, because that Tolka's master would have never gotten that final nail in Denji, and then also was able to sacrifice the kids to send everyone in the building to hell. Zeliax, if that is how you pronounce your name, or Zelie, either way, please let me know. But that's a good point. So they didn't get to hell in the traditional sense, so I don't know if the cycle is continuable. Okay, Pug. Yeah. I mean, that'll be my headcanon unless otherwise confirmed or denied that that was Arai, so RIP to him. Okay, so a animated manga adaptation. I'll have to check that out. It sounds like multiple people have seen it. All right. You know, Pug, I'm just going to take my time with the stream tonight. It might end up being 3 hours at this point. I'm, what, like four chapters in, and it's already been an hour. I got 9 chapters and a post-volume discussion. It might end up going 2.5 hours. Celix. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, is Samala or Sam, welcome into the stream. Yeah, Denji, there was like a barrier between him trying to hit the Darkness Devil and him actually making contact. And I'm thinking like those human visages that you see around might be like a living barrier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I was about to say, did we get the 11 for 11? For the astronauts, and then also what are protecting this devil? God, it's like, it's something out of, what's that guy's name? I don't know. He does like the Cthulhu artwork. Watanabe? I'm blanking on the name. It's essentially like Cthulhu and like the horrors of the British age, I think. All right, guys, I'm going to get a quick swig of water off camera. I don't like when people watch me drink on camera. I will be back in about 5 seconds, I promise. All right, I guess that was enough of an exhale. Maybe. I hate to see Aki just fall to his knees. As in, like, there's no hope. I hate seeing that. But But that also gives me a triumphant return to form. I mean, maybe, Sam, if they can't transform in hell, that would make sense. Also, I don't... Oh, okay, that's a good point, Pug. So let me talk about that really quickly. So the darkness devil came from a door. So the hell that they were in, they said that they were being watched. So my guess is someone was watching through the peephole of the door, and the darkness devil was the one that decided to make their presence known to this particular group of characters. The darkness devil could have recognized Chainsaw Man or Denji. Could have been hungry if he feeds off of fear. Like Kobeny's a snack. Chat, you can clip that. Yeah, I don't know. Makima? And I don't even... And you want to know what's the craziest thing about all of this? I don't think that little piece of the darkness devil, I do not think in the slightest that's enough to kill her. Or even if you can kill her, it's not enough to keep her away or out of your dimension for long. She'll just come back. Because I always thought it was strange. She died on the train, but then she was back in like a couple of minutes. I don't know, Pug. Maybe it's kind of like compartmentalized for your fears. Like, you don't really think about a lot of these fears until you're in a situation whereby they come to top of mind. So say, for example, with the darkness devil, if it's like 2 o'clock on a Tuesday, I don't know why I said 2 o'clock on a Tuesday, alliteration, but if it's 2 o'clock on a Tuesday, you're outside in the sun, you're not thinking about the darkness devil, so to speak. Like, you might think about the fire devil, like the sunburn devil. You might be thinking about, I don't know, the car devil. And it's not like top of mind. So what I'm thinking is maybe the fears are all compartmentalized, and that's just inside of one human's brain, or even inside of God's brain. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. Let me get into the next chapter. I've been waffling too much. But thank you guys so much for the participation in the chat. It really helps me to fill out some of this airwave time with Vante not here. But chapter 66, woof. Yeah, woof. Oh my god, why is the angel devil crying blood? Why is Aki coughing up blood? The spider devil, where have you been? Also, perspective shot, Fujimoto, really? Really? You just had to give her a Graver shot? Ribbit. What the hell is with these frogs? Damn darkness devil. Bidding me to come and save them, aren't you? Lady Makima, you must not come. Prince. Call me. As you wish. She's getting zipped in half? How does Makima do this? What are you pointing at? Oh, her fingers to the side! Did she just one-shot this thing? No way. Say it ain't true. Alright, I guess we're back at it for round 2. This time it's a full palm. And multiple oh my god! She's not reacting! Ironic that I'm reacting to her not reacting. Here comes the death sword again. Hell Devil. I offer you all of myself, so please send us back. What? Oh my god, she got stabbed. Aki wakes up. It is carnage on this rooftop. He. I see. That's how it works. So this is the power of darkness. Subarashi. I'll come to understand all of it. Nah, I'm good. I don't want to turn into whatever she has turned into. She jumps up. She's on the roof with legs of heads. I've never thought I'd say that phrase in my life. How nice to meet you, Makima. Hello, Santa Claus. The enemy absorbed a piece of darkness's flesh. No attacks in the darkness will work. Makima, your dream ends here. Denji, will you save me? Woof. Is this entertaining for you guys? Me just constantly not knowing what to say? I don't know what to say at this point. Yeah, darkness, terrifying. Sherm, welcome. I am sweating profusely. I just got done with chapter 66. I got another 4 more to go. My Apple Watch is probably telling me, hey, get your heart rate under control. Darkness, devil, no diff, Makima. I don't know, Celix. Did I say that right? Celix? Celix. Subtext for darkness incoming. I would pin that, Sam, if it didn't look very weird on screen with me being the only one here tonight. Woof! It's the duality of man, truly. You have the darkness and then you have the wolf. Cannot be defeated by any attack in the darkness. That is hella OP from just a piece of the flesh. But also, it looks somewhat like Denji is consuming some of the blood from Makima's bleeding nose and mouth. If she is the supreme being of this world, and she has given him some of her blood, I want to see what type of power-up he will have now. I mean, sure, I don't blame you in the slightest. I feel like, you know what's funny, guys? I'll give you a little story. So, I am a huge fan of sci-fi. So, this isn't just a cross-promotion because we're trying to grow the channel. And thank you to everyone who has joined here recently. We're up to 1,011 subscribers. So, subscribe if you're interested. You can see me, my partner, react to this later in the week. And like the stream for me, if you don't mind. But, Dandadan. I have always been a huge fan of aliens, and one of the things that always got me terrified as a child was alien abductions. And lo and behold, that only happens at night, mostly. Because otherwise you'd be able to see them for what they really are, you'd be able to run away, you'd be able to, hey, look at that thing in the sky. So, my point being is I associated the darkness with alien abductions, and I think I was scared by extension of the darkness because of alien abductions. My only question is, like, why were they bleeding? Was it like the aura? Was it how scared their brains were? Like, their brain literally could not take the fear, so it caused a physical reaction such as bleeding from the eyes, mouth, and nose. And the spider devil must have been, you know, hiding in the cut somewhere. You must not come. Why did Prince say that? And what the hell is Makima's power? Is Spider scared of zippers? Like, how does she transport like this? Oh my god. Oh. Even though I know Makima's bad news, seeing her get disfigured like this is still upsetting. Okay, and another thing that I read, I didn't comment on for page 11. Makima says, Hell Devil, I offer you all of myself. What does that mean? Is that just a workaround to the whole transporting between realities in terms of, if I offer, let's just say, for example, I offer all of myself to a devil, I go to hell. I offer all of myself to a devil in hell, I'm able to transport right back? I mean, I guess, but I feel like there's got to be a downside to that. This volume is one of the most, I'm going to use the word insane, but I don't even feel like that is applicable. Like, unnerving, unsettling, ungodly. We'll go with that. It's one of the most ungodly things I've ever read. Hello, Santa Claus. I mean, yeah, essentially the alien devil, but by extension, the darkness devil would work pretty well on me as well. Talked through Tolka's head. Oh. Oh my god, I never would have picked that up. Thank you so much. So it wasn't her body that got sacrificed, it was Tolka's body. My lord. It could be that pug, or I don't know, if you want to pull the Demon Slayer card, like they're firing off laser beams, or I don't know, whatever element you want to say, elemental beams, they're firing off Ki Blast. Insane. Insane! I'm sorry I'm not articulate, but my brain is pretty much broken from this volume. Alright, time to break it some more. Santa Claus, ho ho ho. Chapter 67, The First Devil Hunter. Okay. Looks like Miss Makima's objective isn't to protect Denji after all. For a security detail, it was too many conspicuous people. Plus, the guys she requested for the team are all third-rate hunters, including me. If you're third-rate, that makes me fourth-rate. Even a first-rate hunter can't beat aging. Miss Makima and Santa are both making moves for some other objective that we don't know about. Now that it matters to me, not that it matters to me as long as I get paid. You're absolutely sure Makima isn't listening to this conversation? It's safe. I had Octopus check. There are no rats, birds, or anything nearby. Makima borrows the hearing of lower life forms, right? Be careful about sticking your nose where it doesn't belong, kid. Oh, I don't have time to do that. I have finals coming up. Oh yeah? You're still in high school, aren't you? Are you an idiot? Ah! Are Power and them okay? You're gonna get it for sending us to hell. Alright, he cuts off a couple of arms, but I feel like she can regenerate them pretty quickly. This building is coming down, though. Oh my lord. Ow. Magnificent. Look at me. My wounds healed instantly in the darkness. This body was half a year from death, yet it regenerates splendidly now. Less talking, more fighting. All the dolls going after Denji. Yow! Oh, crap. Alright, what in the Eren from Attack on Titan am I looking at here? Oh! Oh, what is inside of Quan Chi's eye? This one's looking for something. Oh, that's a cool looking dagger arrow. What the hell is that? It's almost like a paper airplane with like an arrow sticking out of it. Yeah. She throws down Quan Chi's head. Ouch. Ow, 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 ow. They're all getting holes blown in it. Ooh, what a reveal. What the hell is her devil? The arrow devil? I mean, arrows were pretty deadly back in the day. I'm going to go with arrow devil, looking at the double spread of 12 and 13. Who are you? Chainsaw Man. Give me a hand until I kill that damn devil. That bastard killed my women. The dolls are powered up. Looks like it's pointless to take them out without killing the master doll. Either that or cut them up like a blender. They won't get back up from that. Alright, watch my back. Whoa, you're gone. Oh my god, page 17 is so effing funny. She got like a cross-eyed look going on because she just got her brains blown out. I didn't anticipate you joining us. It's an honor to meet the human who was known as the first devil hunter. That tickles. Ah, I see. I can spread my sense of pain across the other dolls too. Now, how to hunt an invisible hunter. As for little Chainsaw, can you kill these dolls? Yikes. Huh? My arms? My arms? What happened to me? My body's moving on its own. No! Ah! Devil! It's a devil! Huh? Huh? How? I can't move my legs! What the? Ah! Come on, this is that move the super evil villains use! For real? A crossbow devil, okay. Santa Claus is scary. I wonder if Vante is going to be able to pick up on that on the first time, because I don't think I would have, even if I did read it a second time. I think that's something I would have to be told by the fandom, or read up until this chapter or the previous one and have it confirmed to be Santa Claus. I can't believe that Quan Chi revived from having an arrow taken out of her eye hole. Pause. Gosh, she is so proficient with those projectiles, though. Who are you? I don't know why, that's just hilarious. And then they're talking like equals on page 15. See, the only reason why I thought it was the arrow devil, not the crossbow devil, is because Santa Claus refers to Quan Chi as the first devil hunter. My impression of that statement specifically is that this conflict goes back many years. More so when they had bows and arrows, not necessarily a crossbow, if that makes sense. Okay, so that's the trigger. Sure. Okay. Removing his hand is also nutty. That is what a supervillain would do in terms of making the MC have as much emotional turmoil as possible to have to kill the civilians that have no part in this. Again, it reminds me of the My Hero situation with the villain that Deku was going up against before Bakugo came down. I forget what his name was, but he was one-shotted. I mean, I'll call her the crossbow devil. No sweat off my back. Because it's all coming down my face. All right. Jokes aside, quick swig of water. I will be right back again. All right. Exhale. Time for some more. Got 3 more chapters. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Aye! No! Seriously? Can a devil hunter kill these dolls? Nope, 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 no way! Dark Power, I think, was the chapter title. I don't want to be a murderer! Whoa! He's running on walls! That is sick. He produces a circular chainsaw from a circular saw from his foot and is able to run up the wall like Endeavor. Well, they can do that too. Crap. Gah. Damn. It. Ugh. Murderer. Ah. Devil. Ah. Eee. What's happening to me? Pew, 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 pew. Yeep. The dolls are only imitating humans. Kill them. Don't hesitate. But how do you know that? If you understand it that way, you can kill them, can't you? Ignorance is bliss, Chainsaw. Wow. That is definitely a running theme of this series. Alright, Santa Claus grabs Quan Chi. Huh? I finally caught you. Sure you did. Not good. Night's oh, fuck. I forgot about that. Oh my god, she will be invincible for half the day. Hee 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 hee. She's digivolved. So this is the power of the dark. What a spread. Oh, that is hellfire. Hellspawn. That is ungodly. Is it just me, or did you get even creepier? Oh, not the shumpo, and I'm behind you. Oh, damn near cut off his arm. Ow! Crappity crap. While you were killing me. Oh, now she's catching all the arrows. I took the liberty of creating a few more dolls. You know, I can't quite tell if this is for appearance sakes only, or because the one in the middle does not look like a doll. I was going to ask, like, is the one in the middle still a living fiend, and the two on the edge are the dolls just made up to look like the other two fiends in Quan Chi's party? I think so. And I hate how simplistic their eyes are. It's creeping me out. This crap again. Alright, someone walks forward. That looks to be a skirt, but it could also be a trench coat. Maybe that's Kishibe. Oh my god, no, that's the girl. She stabs Quan Chi through the stomach. Now, can she be made into a doll? Holy crap, he's gouging himself in gasoline. This is the power of light. Denji, you mad lad. Denji's going up the list. MCs, not gonna lie, he's doing his damn thing. I was gonna say, like, it takes such resolve to throw yourself into that much pain. Similar to the Deku situation, always breaking his bones. Just because your skin will regenerate does not mean you have to, or not mean that you're able to forget the feeling of being burned alive. So smart, though. He was able to create the sparks from two of his chainsaws going up against one another. She's not invincible in the light. Jesus. This has got to be one of the better villains, though, that I've ever seen. Santa Claus, she is intimidating. She is merciless. But she's also calculated, and I think that's the worst part. She is not going by the seat of her pants in this battle. She is making these calculated moves. And yes, while Denji is the ultimate wild card, Uno reverse card, if she were facing anyone but Denji, I think she would probably win. Especially at night. I don't think anyone else would think to set themselves on fire, is what I'm trying to say. I mean, possibly. I don't know how long hybrids can live, because devils, unless they're killed, I don't think they really age. So, does Denji having the heart of Pochita mean that he doesn't age? Guys, I hope Vante will not watch this. I asked that as a rhetorical question because I do know the answer. I do know that Denji is immortal. So, Vante, if you got that spoiler from me, I apologize. But Jesus, even knowing that spoiler with Denji, bruh, the resolve, just to put yourself through that pain just to win. So to answer your question, Sherm, not that you meant to bring that conversation out of me. Yes, that is probably the reason. She has seen so much death of her comrades that the only way she was able to create a somewhat lasting connection was to turn her friends into fiends. And she did hug her girlfriend as she got stabbed. I'm even looking at the way that Fujimoto does kanji. So page 14 is a perfect example. You have the kanji that have the motion blur effect in the top panel. And then in the second panel, it's almost like it's an after image of the destruction that you see, with it kind of going through like an echo in the background of the impact that just happened. And then you have the really solid kanji on page 15 as she's catching them. And even some of the more like blurred ones for the ones that are behind her that she's catching. So the ones in the forefront, obviously it's going to be a louder sound if you as the viewer are looking at her catch these arrows. It's so subtle, and you might not even catch it on a first read, and that's perfectly fine. I just want to give a shout out to Fujimoto for the purposeful inclusion of the kanji on the pages. And without even knowing how this volume ends, this is my favorite volume of Chainsaw Man so far, without a doubt. Yeah, I don't know if Denji will look like a 16-year-old kid forever, but again, I don't know. All right, chapter 69, everyone's favorite. Hot! Hot! Chapter 69, Shining Power. Hot! 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 Eee! Get away from me! Yeah! Even after deepening my wisdom with the power of darkness, I can't comprehend the behavior of fools. Hot! Hey, I ain't no fool. I watch educational TV every day. Shout out to PBS. Huh? He chained her. His chain? Hot! Hot! Yeah, that's hot! Ah! Ooh, through the throat! Oh, she is tooted up. Oh my. I saw that. Mudada. I can distribute my pain. Yeah. Ah. Hot. I don't know. Your regeneration is slowing down. 'Cause of light power. Oof. Oh my god. And like the... I'm not... you guys might think something of me, but I'm just noticing. Ah! Ah! Alright, her dolls are now sticking Denji from behind. Pause! A fitting death for a dog who ignorantly wags his tail for Makima. Now stay still and burn. Gulp. He probably ate that dude's face. I can regenerate too, with light power. So you drank my doll's blood. Pesky boy. They kick him away. Sick him. Fight back. Fight back. Fight back. Will you please hurry up and die? I'll let you see Makima soon enough. Rattle. What? It's retractable. Oh my god. Get over here. He's pulling me towards him. Monster. I can't understand him. Keep him away from me. It's a tug of war. Ugh. Die already. Oh my god. Got one of her dolls to drive a car into Denji. Boom. Rattle. Heave. Oh. Heave! How? Mbakana, why won't you die? Scary. It's cool you're all working together to kill me, 'cause Sharon is Karen, but you know, if Makima dies, I don't get to go on my trip with her. Nani? Oh my god! Oh! Get eviscerated. And the artwork on this double spread, 16 and 17, that's one of the best of Fujimoto, not gonna lie. There is the diversity of colors, so gray, white, black, every shade in between. There's the motion blur of the entrails coming out of her. There's the perspective of Denji kicking towards the viewer. This is one of his best double spreads of the entire series. Ah? What? This is my shining power. He picks up a car and drops it on her. She does not know what is happening. You cannot out-idiot an idiot. Put that on a pillow. Guys, I am physically exhausted. Not just no, shut up, Pug. That is not Kobani's car. Oh, it's got the dent in the roof. It is Kobani's car. Kobani's car for MVP. Top favorite character in the series. I'll put that #1. Stop it. Yeah, as I was saying, I'm exhausted. This is an incredible volume. Why didn't no one tell me that I should have done this in 2 different read-throughs? Because doing this all at once, I'm tired. Yeah, he scared a devil who was using the power of one of the primal fears to power her up. Well, if you guys are liking my descent into madness, please like the stream. Appreciate it. Got one more chapter for tonight, and then I will be getting into a post-volume discussion. For those of you who are new to the channel, normally this is a dual reaction channel. My Ibo over here, Avante, taking care of some personal stuff today, so he couldn't be here. But he will record his reaction to this volume in a video format. He's hoping to try to get this up by Saturday at the latest, but definitely before Tuesday. So, not at the latest for Saturday. Probably Saturday at the earliest, and then at the latest next Tuesday. Good point, Hood Magic. I had forgotten about that. I don't know, like, Kishibe, on one hand, I feel like he is a humble man, but on the other hand, I want to see him at full power. So, God forbid, if he gets some sort of regeneration power, if he becomes a hybrid devil, I don't know, he might become one of the primal fears at this point. Like, Kishibe, I'm not quite sure what would be the primal devil he would have as a contract with or have within him. But I'm also thinking, okay, perfect, Sherm. I'm also thinking that there could be a detriment to becoming a hybrid as opposed to having the devil in its innate form. So the Darkness Devil was doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff. It did have home field advantage. That's not to be forgotten. But also, you know, like, I don't feel like the Darkness Devil would do too well inside of a human as a hybrid. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, Pug? Is that what you're saying? Because I could definitely see Kishibe. Or he could just be like, you know what? It's 5 o'clock. Or it's even 6 o'clock at this point because it's getting dark. Like, I'm already punched out. I'm a Nanami over here. which ironically, I think they share the same voice actor. So he's done. He has no more work to give. He's already punched out for the day. Okay, but going back, I don't think I talked about this last chapter, but it was the conversation that Kishibe was having with the other devil hunter in terms of how Makima listens in. So she uses the hearing of small animals. So crows, rats, maybe something else. But like, what is your power? I honestly don't know. That's so weird. Yoshida, thank you. I'm going to forget that another 7 times, guys, so bear with me. Yeah, usually hybrids are less powerful, but I mean, an argument could be made, an impassioned argument could be made for Invincible, how the hybrids could be stronger than the pure Viltrumites. I'm not going to get into that. We've already had multiple discussions on Invincible episode reactions that people are just like, you know, you're wrong. Well, I don't think Robert Kirkman... I'm getting off track. All right, another quick swig of water, and then I will get into the last chapter for tonight. One more. I think we got one more. Yeah, we got one more. All right, chapter 70. Pinch. Pinch me. I'm nightmaring. She is looking up at him like, what the hell? Oh, dousing himself in the blood of a doll. I understand your behavior patterns now. I have a contract with the doll devil, and my dolls are scattered all over the world. With a mere touch, anyone can be made into a doll and become the assassin called Santa Claus. I expect we'll continue to evolve with the power of darkness and come to kill you again and again. If Santa Claus is coming to town, hopes he comes on a weekday, 'cause I get Sundays off. It isn't that you are fearless, you simply lack the intelligence to fully comprehend the implications. Every single day, be it your family, your friends, or complete strangers, anyone you meet could turn into a doll and attack you. Can you imagine living your life constantly stalked by death? I mean, that's how he was living with the Yakuza, so this is nothing new for him. Go on. Make me use my imagination. Dumb it down so even an immortal like me will understand. Wait, he just confirmed he was an immortal? Truce is over. Halloween! Guangxi, I'll add you to my dolls one day too. Time to work, Cosmo. Halloween! It's your punishment for going sightseeing in Tokyo without us. Let her have a taste of an all-out Halloween. Halloween? Halloween! Ha-lo, ha-lo, ka-me, ka-me. Ween! Halloween. What the? She's in the library. I see. This is inside your mind. You intend to use some kind of psychological attack on me. It's useless, I'm afraid. My mind is connected to dolls all over the world. Until you go in someone else's reality, and then that's cut off. Like, are you dumb? Your attack will be as meaningless as trying to dye the ocean red with a single drop of blood. Are you even capable of comprehending that? Good evening, Santa Claus. I am the Cosmos Fiend. Oh, There's no need to be so on guard. I hold no personal resentment towards you for the death of my companions. To hunt and to be hunted is the natural course of all lives. I have no emotions powerful enough to drive me to protest the course of nature. The phenomenon that is about to occur to you is also nothing more than that natural course. And what, pray tell, is going to happen? You are about to acquire total understanding of everything in the universe. Gojo! Oh my god, but the book version. You currently fancy yourself to have understood everything through the power of darkness, correct? But everything, as you understand it, doesn't even fill one page of one book of this library. All of the contents of all the books in this library are about to flow into your mind, and this time you will truly come to understand everything. What will happen to me then? Once you understand everything, you can only think of Halloween until you die. You can only think of Halloween until you die. Halloween. Fun holiday, screen books, Cosmo. Illustrated by Cosmo. Written by Cosmo. Gah. I think I've also seen this page before. Page 11. Halloween. 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 What the hell? Oh, is Makima about to pop up? That's why they're covering their eyes? I think that's what's about to happen. Yep. We surrender. My bad, bro. My bad. You can cut off all my limbs if you think I'll run. Just don't kill my women. I'll do anything to save their lives. Even lick your shoes. Halloween. A corpse is talking. Oh, she did not. She did not use her own line against Guangxi. Oh, you are so dead, girl. Whatever Makima, she is one of the primal fears of this series. Oh no. Well, decapitated, split, and just a blood droplet goes on Kishibe's face. Halloween, 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 Halloween. As you can see, people who have lost their ability to speak, save for the word Halloween, have appeared all over the world. Is it the power of a devil or perhaps a new kind of virus? Aren't you going to take off your blindfold? I don't want to see a thing. Peak. This is a peak volume. No other descriptors could be used. This was a peak volume. Peak volume manga. I'm in shock. That was incredible. Oh, the next volume has your favorite art. All right. Sherm, what did you send me? Oh my god. You mad lad. Shout out to our boy Sherm. He is the unofficial third member of this Mugen Eclipse team that we have here. He always shows up, is one of the first persons to watch and to comment on our videos. So, shout out to you, my guy. But yes, what a volume. Oh my god. I would assume Guangxi is dead. Now, much less ambiguous for, well, okay, I take that back. Immediately I thought about the fact that you can just, pull out the arrow from her eye. But she is at the very least dormant, so she could be like the immortal from Invincible. So again, another Invincible reference. But wow, Makima is not to be trifled with. And Halloween being the Cosmos Fiend, I never would have guessed that. Oh yeah, that is. You can only think of Halloween until you die. I mean, look, if it were not already readily apparent from, I think that was volume 7 with Reize, ignorance is bliss and knowledge is depression in this series. Celix, is that the volume extra chapter that you're referring to? Or is that another chapter that I will be reading in the future? Because I do own somewhere all of the volumes of Chainsaw Man up to like 12 or 15 maybe. I don't know where they are off the top of my head. Yeah, I don't know. But if it is a volume extra type of deal and you guys would like to see me react to that on camera, I can try to find it for the next time that we have a stream. Likely it'll be next Tuesday, same time, but it'll be part 1 of volume 9. It was one of the previous volume. Okay. Yeah, I'll try to find it in my downtime. If you guys really want to see a reaction out of it from me, just let me know. If not, that's something I can easily read off camera. Man, I'm just thinking of all the implications of all these fiends. Like, we still don't know what the stitched up fiend, what her deal is. And Denji has been decapitated once more. Oh, that boy's having a rough volume. Just pain. Physical and emotional pain. Meanwhile, Aki's just laid up there on the roof, rethinking his whole life, whatever 2 years he has left. Man. I'm truly in awe of this volume. I don't have a lot more to say. I want to thank everyone for watching so far with me. We still got 10 viewers in here, which is great. I want to say we got up to like 15 maybe earlier. I mean, I don't think they're coming back, Pug. So there is no salvaging of those characters. Literally just killed them off after introducing them in the same volume. Yeah, but what I was trying to say is, Makima, she is building up an army to hurt Denji, both emotionally and physically, because he did team up with Quan Chi momentarily in her arrow devil form, crossbow devil form. And he obviously had romantic feelings for Reize. I don't know what's going to happen to Power. She got low diffed. Not to say that you're not going to get low diff by one of the Primal Fear devils, but I don't even know what Alright, Hood Magic. Hold on. I'll see what I can do. If it is one of those animations that likely will get me copyrighted, I don't want to react to it on stream. Otherwise, the entire stream could get flagged and blocked. But what I might do, once I get done with this, I might react to the animation video and post it as a reaction on the channel. If you guys would like that, I will tell Vante not to peep it, not to look at anything that I'm doing. And I don't know how this person feels about reactors reacting to their content or not. If you have seen other reactors do it, great. So let me look this up. I'm guessing it's Darkness Devil Chainsaw Man animation. That's one of the first ones that popped up by Vitocher. There's actually a couple of them. So there's the Welcome to Hell by Ha Anime. There's Vetus, that one. Which one would you like me to watch? Double BB next volume is your favorite. Okay. I just can't believe I got the astronaut panel in this volume, and it wasn't even the most insane thing that I saw today. The Darkness Devil doing what he did was indescribable. And I'm talking about Santa Claus experiencing the cosmos. Halloween. Okay, volume 11 is your favorite. I think that's the final volume of part 1, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, it did win the poll. Okay. Veto chair. Okay, thank you. All right, yeah, that's what I'll do. As a sort of pseudo 1,000 subscriber special, I will react to that after the stream tonight. I will even maybe try to get it out tonight, depending on how good my eyes recover from this. It's already 10 o'clock my time. I might go for another 10 minutes or so, just talking with everyone. But I will try to get up that reaction tonight as a special request. So thank you for letting me know about that animation. I'm concerned. I was happy that I was able to find a new reading background music for Chainsaw Man, because the one that is here and the one we use for Dandadan, they're both relatively mellow. The Chainsaw Man one that we use when I read chapters is terrifying, though. All right, so guys, anything else finally you want me to talk about for volume 8? If not, like I said, do be on the lookout for Vante's reaction to volume 8 coming up before next Tuesday, when we will both react to the first part of volume 9. Again, he had some personal stuff going on, so he couldn't make it here tonight. I will react to the Darkness Devil by Vitocher later today. I will try to post that today, if not tomorrow, as a special surprise. Predictions for next volume, Sherm, I don't effing know, man. Like, my brain is broke as if I got shared the information of the cosmos. I just feel like saying Halloween until the day I die, because there's no coherent thought I can think about for next chapter. Like, none. We took care of Santa Claus. We took care of Guangxi. We took care of, I guess that third brother, where is he? Is he still masked up with the Skin Devil's help in the other guy's role that worked for Public Safety Commission? Where is he at? And then Tolka's master, she was actually Santa Claus. So that was a nice little twist. I know there's not a lot of characters left alive, Pug. So I don't know. I think maybe it will be, and I, if I remember correctly, one of the volume covers that I remember seeing was an Aki centered one, or like him in his childhood throwing the ball to his brother. So it could be an Aki cool down volume, and I say cool down because he's going to be traumatized still, of what his thoughts are following this arc. Because I don't think I would be able to enjoy a vacation if I were a member of the devil hunting commission that survived this. Like, there's no way I could live a normal life following this. As if the people that retired previously, they hadn't already seen some shit. If I saw what happened here, if I literally went to hell and came back, I am never hunting another devil again for the rest of my life. He is Halloweening. Alright, but again, thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. I will get that reaction up as soon as I can to the Darkness Devil animation. Stay tuned to the channel. Vontae will be back shortly. And other than that, as he likes to say, stay safe, stay healthy, stay clean. See you in the next video or stream, and peace. I'm dead.